Here's Mrs. LDS Prepper explaining why she's tearing out all these beautiful strawberry plants. Go ahead.
Alright, I planted cardinal strawberry plants in the fall. They are a variety that is supposed to have a large, deep red, sweet berry. The plants did very well. They did not produce like I had hoped. The berries were big and red, but a little on the tart side. So I'm going to try a different variety next year. So my brother-in-law would like to plant these strawberry plants in his yard, so I'm carefully digging them up, and he's going to transplant them. He and his wife are going to transplant them today and enjoy them in their yard.
Okay, so you had mentioned that you had cut some runners and that they had not produced like you had hoped. Tell us about that.
Alright, 2 years ago I planted the All-Star variety, which is another good variety in the south, heat tolerant. Big, beautiful red, sweet berries. They did really well the first year. So I didn't think that the mature plants would make it through the summer, so I saved the runners when they appeared, thinking that the offspring runners would be the same variety and berry as the parent plant. And so I took out the big plants and planted the offspring plants in the fall. They did not produce as well as the parent plants did. The berries were smaller, fewer, and more tart. And I learned that the runners revert, if it's a hybrid plant, the runner plants revert back to one of the parents that were used to create the hybrid.
How did you find that out?
My dad, who's a botanist, visited a few weeks ago and took a tour of my garden and explained that's what I had done. So I was sorely disappointed that I sabotaged myself.
Now, yesterday you came out and picked all the strawberries, right?
Yeah.
But there, I see a nice red juicy one right in there.
Do you? Did I miss one?
Right in there. I'm going to move those plants to the side there. Look at that.
Okay, it's getting there.
2 of them.
So you'll have some starter strawberries on your plants when you get them planted in there. Okay, so even though that these produce multiple years, what you're finding is if you cut the runners and transplant them, that they revert to one of the parents if it's a hybrid.
Right.
And you may not want the characteristics of that particular parent.
Right. So these plants will probably produce 2 or 3 times as many berries next year as 2-year plants. So that next year should be a good harvest.
Great. Thanks. This is Mrs. LDS Prepper out.